ranking first in passing yards. It's the Lions and the Bears, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
Hey, keep it going, dog. Keep it going.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Fields. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Fields. And again back to Kmet. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd down and a yard. Off play action. Fields. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never brought the play-action fake, but right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And Detroit getting set to go into this one, riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them, so that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 16 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Lions at 9-2 to start play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Working out a shotgun, Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Hooker. Got an open man. It's Washington. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Shepard, he's going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Fields now to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 3rd down.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap, Fields. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete. Now before they run this 4th as they talk it over, we step aside. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game. It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
First down throw here. It's Hooker. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Hooker's going to throw it. That one complete to Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one. So they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Washington's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. They'll run it with Gibbs, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing, Hooker. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold him to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now on the year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. As they've got it as we resume action. Shepard now from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears now ready to take over again. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Irving, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out on the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are back within a score. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Lions to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Hooker now on 1st down. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
A big play there for the try. 55 yards.
It's just called, as we just saw right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Hooker now off play action. got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Shepard, he's going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Hooker. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Hooker on first down. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets a made. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Here's Hooker. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Another run for Gibbs here. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 22. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. Now we give up the middle to Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
It's fourth down.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. The way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Meanwhile, Fields throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Fields. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing again is Fields. He'll buy some time right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Fields on 3rd down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half, and now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Hooker. And he will find his man on the outside. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. is not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On Fields. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
That's interference. Defense.
So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
And his kick is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. J.K. Dobbins with a touchdown run. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Michael Pittman, a touchdown reception. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. A touchdown run there for Javonte Williams. We got an excellent first half from the man from Tennessee. That's Hendon Hooker. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They start the second half here with Williams. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Hooker. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hooker. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10. Hooker's going to throw it. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Looking to throw, Hooker. It's caught here by goes. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3. Here's Hooker to throw it. Throw left side, complete. That's Gibbs. Gets by him at the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Hooker to the air yet again. To the sideline and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing. Hooker. Short pass caught by the tight end Griffin. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Williams. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try the left side. Irving. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He was taken down by Kirby Joseph. A gain of 16 yards. And the Bears.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Facing a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. We're kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A give to Williams, running right. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Fields throw complete there to Moore.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. Irving. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Irving.
82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This now a 3rd and 4. Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Shepard, he's going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Fighting through. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. A shotgun snap, Fields.
It has painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Fields.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Fields.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it to 17. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. They go play action. Here's Hooker. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Back to throw. Fields. His throw incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Shepard now from the end zone.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
They work now on 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Fields.
And Davis with it left side.
He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
To throw is Fields. And a pass complete to Moore.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and they will remain well behind. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Now a toss left side. It's Williams.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Hooker.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Lions continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And it's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
Shepard, he's going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Now Fields. Locates Mooney on the out route.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And Claypool going to have a Bears first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49.
First down, Chicago.
Fields now to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10. To the air again, Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 116 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Bears' 34-yard line.
Hey, roll.
Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like,